Male menopause is not just a state to be accepted, it is an opportunity to build a new, more conscious life. During this period, many people feel like something is coming to an end, as if the momentum has waned, as if the goals are no longer as clear as when they were younger. But what if instead of seeing this as a decline, you saw it as a new beginning? The biggest difference between those who get stronger during this period and those who slow down is their attitude towards change. So the question is not whether change will happen, it is how you handle this new phase. Why is it important to set new goals during male menopause? Most men automatically move forward in the first half of their lives. Learning, building a career, starting a family, developing. These goals are clear and give a definite direction. But during menopause, many people feel that these old goals are no longer motivating enough, or that some of them have been fulfilled and others are no longer achievable. And that's when uncertainty sets in. What still excites me? Where is it worth moving forward? What can give new meaning to this period? The real problem is not the change itself, but if a person does not define a new direction for themselves. The opportunity to start over. How can you find your new goals? 1. Think about what you have always been interested in, but never had time for. Male menopause is a unique opportunity to start doing things that you did not have the time or energy for when you were younger. Maybe you have always wanted to learn a new language, or a new sport that you missed out on when you were young. Maybe start a business or a creative project. The point is not to get stuck in past goals, but to discover what is truly exciting and valuable to you right now. 2. Experiment. Don't be afraid of new things. Many people fall into the trap of thinking, if I start something now, I'll never be really good at it. But what if you saw this period not as a final test, but as an opportunity to experience new things? The goal should not be to be perfect at something. The goal should be to enjoy the process and improve. Trying is not the same as failure. It is one of the most important tools in finding what truly inspires you. 3. Choose goals that move you forward, not those that only lead to nostalgia. One of the most common mistakes people make at this stage of life is to try to recapture their past successes. Sure, the strength, speed, and drive of your youth aren't the same anymore, but that doesn't mean you can't do your best. Instead of trying to copy past achievements, find what best supports your development now. Instead of competitive sports, you might find a form of exercise that will help you stay fit in the long term. Instead of your old career, you might find a mentoring or consulting career that will satisfy you. Instead of your old social circle, you might find new communities that better fit your current self. 4. Start building your new vision step by step. Setting new goals is not a single decision, but a process. You don't have to figure out where you want to go in a day. Just get closer to it day by day. Write down what things energize you. Try small changes, a new habit, a new experience. Give yourself time to recognize what really inspires you. Because male menopause is not about closing an era, but about building a new one. The future begins now, and you are its protagonist. Many people think that in the second half of life, you can't start new things because it's too late. But this is a huge misconception. History is full of people who did their best during this period. Not because they were lucky, but because they consciously decided to set new goals. And that is exactly the choice you have now. Either you let the past define your present, or you actively build a future that will truly make your life worthwhile and meaningful. The choice is always yours. What will you do with this new chapter? Menopause is a time that tests a man in many ways. It not only brings physical changes, but also mental and emotional challenges. But how you handle this period is entirely up to you. Because true strength lies not in staying the same, but in being able to adapt, grow, and give new meaning to your life. Many people feel insecure at this age because they feel like they're not as fast, energetic, or persistent as they used to be. But what if I told you that now is your greatest opportunity to truly thrive? The male menopause is not an irreversible decline, but a chance to transform your thinking and discover new resources within yourself. Activating inner strength. How to take control. Change is not just the result of external circumstances. Real transformation always starts from within. Think about it. Men who are able to stay strong and confident during this period are successful not because it's easier for them. It's because they approach change differently. So the real question is not what you have lost, but what you can gain from yourself now. 1. Realize that age has no power over you. Many people believe that you can't grow beyond a certain age, but that's not true. Mental and physical development doesn't stop at a certain age, it only stops when you stop. If you think, it's too late now, then it will. If, on the other hand, you think, I still have a lot of potential, then you will see your situation completely differently. Therefore, one of the most important things you can do during this period is to change your attitude. 2. Build self-confidence. Don't let the past define your future. One of the biggest mistakes many men make is comparing themselves to their past successes. I used to be in much better shape. Everything was easier when I was younger. I had more energy then, it's harder now. But if you constantly compare yourself to your past, you'll never see the resources that are still within you. Instead of focusing on what you were like in the past, start focusing on what you can achieve now. What skills have you developed over the years? What are you more experienced, wiser at now? How can you make the most of your current situation? Because self-confidence does not depend on what you were like 20 years ago. It depends on how you see yourself now and what you do with your current opportunities. 3. Develop your mind. True strength comes from thinking. Physical strength is important, but mental strength is what truly determines your success at this stage of life. If you can consciously control your thoughts, you will become stronger in all other areas. Read books that inspire you and give you a new perspective. Seek out opportunities to learn. Learning a new skill or knowledge can be a huge boost to your self-confidence. Surround yourself with people who will push you forward, not hold you back. Because if your mind is strong, you can overcome any physical challenge. 4. Take back control of your body. Although menopause brings natural changes to your body, it doesn't mean you have to accept weakness or decline. The biggest difference between those who get stronger during this period and those who get weaker is how seriously they take their health. Start exercising regularly, even if it's in small steps. Pay attention to your diet. A balanced diet can help optimize your hormone balance and energy levels. Don't neglect sleep. Adequate rest is one of the most important factors that can help you regenerate and become stronger. Your body is like a machine. If you maintain it properly, it will work much longer and more efficiently. 5. Create a new life purpose. Don't live according to past expectations. One of the biggest mistakes that many people make is that they still adjust their lives to past expectations. Maybe your younger self lived according to different priorities. Maybe your goals, motivation, and lifestyle were different back then. But now a new period has begun, and you need to create your new goals accordingly. Don't live based on what others think or what you expected of yourself in the past. Determine what makes you happy, now. Summary, now it's your turn. Menopause is not an end point, it's a chance to become your best self. When you realize that your age is not a limitation, but an opportunity to grow, you will look at this period in a completely different way. When you let go of your past self-image and focus on what you can do now, you will be stronger than ever. By consciously developing your mind, body, and life goals, you will not only get through this period, but you can open a new chapter in your life. The choice is yours. Do you stay where you are, or do you actively work to become the best you can be? Now it's up to you what kind of story you write next.